Hello everyone, my name is Winters and welcome back to this Let's Play series of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. We are continuing on exactly from where we left off and we're about to pick up our next order as per usual. And let's see, strange noises coming from engine bay, car filters need replacing, timing needs replacing, engine power has failed, general engine control and repair, change oil and filters. That looks like an interesting job, but it's gone now. Transmission not responsive, gears keep slipping, repair all gearbox faults. That seems interesting enough. Replace all filters, repair all engine faults, tapping sound from engine bay, poor brake performance, car is loud, okay. Controlling the car feels loosed. Repair all running gear faults, loud exhaust, transmission is noisy, brake performance. Put new engine oil and filter, knocking sound coming from suspension, general running gear control repair, sloppy car steering, transmission is noisy, repair all gearbox faults, grinding and shaking coming from gearbox, and repair all engine faults, engine power has failed, brake performance, driver struggling to find gears, grinding and shaking from gearbox. Oh, and we have another one here, suspension rattling. Okay, I'm thinking we might go for... That one does look interesting, but I think we might go for this one. The Willis Jeep. Willys Jeep. Yeah, I think we'll go for that one. We haven't done a job on one of these yet, so why not do one now? Should prove interesting. What was the repair all engine faults, engine power has failed, brake problems, struggling to find gears, and grinding from gearbox. Okay, so we'll put her on the test path first. Jesus. And we'll identify brake and suspension problems. The gearbox most likely is going to have to come out of it. One would expect. And the gearbox will need replacing, probably, maybe not though. Right, front brakes are fine, not fantastic, but they're okay. Right hand side brakes, yeah, not great. We'll get a look at the front suspension now, see what that's like. There's some rattles coming from it. Alright, average enough. And we'll get a look at the rear suspension, see what that's like. Average enough as well. Right, brake drum needs replacing there. So let's get her over to lifter A. Right, what have we identified, if anything? Brake drum, that's... Tell me it's more than that. Jesus, it isn't. Alright, let's have a look at the engine. That gearbox definitely needs to come out. That's for sure. Let's get the starter off since we know we're going to have to get that off. I'm thinking we might have to strip this engine. Oh yeah, ignition wires anyway, they need to be done. Let's have a look. Spark plug okay. That one's okay. That one's okay, and that one's okay. I wonder, maybe we should take off the head, and we'll get a look at the camshafts and such. Wow, that's a lot of bolts. Uh-huh. Not really. Can we inspect? No, we need a compression tester for that. Damn it. Get a look at some of these parts, see what they're like. Damn it, I wish I had a compression tester now. See, I don't know. Oh, hello. I see a lot of rust here. What do we got? We got an idler roller. Let's get the fan off. And we'll get belts off next. That one's in okay condition. So is that one. This water pump pulley definitely needs to be replaced. Let's take off the water pump itself. And the timing cover. There might be some items here. Maybe the timing belt. It's a chain. See, this engine block doesn't look like it's in great condition. I wonder, could that be... indicate that it needs replacing? Camshaft is fine. Fuel filter is fine. I'd nearly put money on that engine block needs to be replaced. What have we identified so far? Water pump pulley. Ignition wires. Brake problems. Alright, let's get the gearbox off, because that's going to be the next biggest thing. Okay, so we're going to take off this prop shaft. Then we can get this transfer case off, but we have to take off the front drive shaft. Like so. Now we get the gearbox off. Maybe the clutch and the pressure plate and the release bearing might be in bad condition, which they are actually. Look at that. What's the clutch like, I wonder? I'd say it's in pretty bad condition as well. Yep, sure is. And the flywheel. Right. So let's have a look now. What have we identified now? Still 3 items for engine faults. Yeah, okay, so we've identified all of those. And the gearbox itself. Brake problems. So it's most likely all on this wheel. So we'll get this wheel off here. The brake drum needs... oh, look at that. Alright, so... wait a minute. Brake problems. Brake drum and 2 parts not yet discovered. Why weren't they... I wonder what they could be, so if they weren't identified on the path, on the test path. Interesting. Right, I'm going to drop the oil and take off the sump. And we'll get a look at the crankshaft. Yeah, I swear that entire engine needs to come out. I'd put good money on it. The whole engine needs to come out. And we need a new engine block. That's my guess anyway. These brake problems, that's got me stumped because I don't understand... no, not unless it's ABS. Is there an ABS? There's hardly ABS on this thing. I don't see an ABS module on it. Here's the brake cylinder. Yeah, there'd be no ABS on this yoke. She's too old. And there's no pads on this. It's all brake drums. Or shoes, sorry. That looks like it's okay. I am stumped. Right, let's get the engine out. That radiator looks like it's in okay condition as well. I wonder, air filter, oil filter. Yep, fine. Air filter looks like it's fine. It is. Get these clips off. Clips themselves are in good condition. Ignition distributor, good condition. Ignition coil, again, good condition. Alternator, it doesn't look great, but it could be a lot worse. Alright, time to get the carburetor off, and we'll get the exhaust manifold off. Or the intake manifold, sorry. Fuel pump. Now we get the exhaust manifold off. Alright, so now it's just undoing the pistons. This is an interesting job. I would have thought now, look at that. That doesn't look like it's in good condition at all. That rod cap. But apparently it's okay. Again, big end bearing is fine. That one there, that crankshaft bearing, that needed replacing. Right, now we just need to pull out the pistons. Alright, so we'll get those out here. Fine. Rings, oh, there's a piston ring's gone. Yeah. And that one's fine. Alright. So now we can take out the crankshaft. Crankshaft, out you come, that's fine. And now we can take out the engine. Which needed replacing, it sure did. Okay, engine block. Crankshaft bearing cap, piston rings, and water pump pulley. Okay, that's identified. This brake one is really, maybe it's shoes. Is it shoes? Could it be shoes? No, because then it would have been identified on the test path. So what the hell could it be? Brake problems. Brake. I wonder. It's never the brake servo, is it? No, brake servo's fine. Aha! Wheel drum cylinder. So I'll put my money on that it's another one of those. It's not that one. It's not this one either, I'd say either. Yeah, it's not. Is there one on this side? There is, and it's in poor condition. There we are. That should be everything identified. Yep, it sure is. Okay, next, we need to start buying replacement parts. So, what sort of engine block is it? Engine block I4C. Alright. Come out of here. engine block I4C. There it is right there. Okay. Get that bad boy in place. And let's start getting parts back on it. Intake manifold next. Very unusual job. I would have thought now that if the engine block needed replacing, that would have been identified to us, because like if the engine block is bad, it's, you know, it's kind of standing out a little bit to you there. Alright, carburetor back on. Oil base filter. Ignition distributor. Put the oil filter back in. Air filter, base, and air filter itself. The good thing about this is that we are definitely getting a fair bit of XP for having gone this far into it. That is a big plus. Right. Let's start marking bits off. Right, we need a crankshaft bearing cap, piston rings, and a water pump pulley. Cap, camshaft, crankshaft. Where's crankshaft? Camshaft. Roll camshaft, crankshaft bearing cap. Oh wait, here it is, crankshaft bearing cap. Damn it, I forgot what else it was. Piston rings. Rings. I think it's just ordinary bog standard piston rings. And the pistons themselves were fine, weren't they? Let's get the brake servo back in. Right, water pump pulley. Oh, water pump pulley. Need to get a new one of those. Water should not... Oh, crap. Apparently not. Water pump pulley. There it is there. Alright, we'll raise her up. We'll get the crankshaft back in. Then we'll be able to put the pistons in. Oh, I need a new flywheel, don't I? I do. Let's buy those now. Flywheel. Next, clutch. Alright, we need a clutch plate. We need a pressure plate. We need a clutch release bearing. I don't know what do you call it? Gearbox we need yet. We'll get this stuff on first. Pressure plate on next. And now the release bearing. And gearbox I4C. Okay, we should be able to pick that up pretty quickly. Gearbox I4C. Sweet. Right, now we can get the transfer case back on. And front drive shaft. And now the main prop shaft. Like so. Brake cylinders. I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2 we needed. I don't see them here. here I am again with my goldfish memory. Not being able to... Oh, drum wheel cylinder they're called. Drum should narrow it down. There we go. So we'll buy 2 just in case. I think we only need 1. Alright, brake shoes back on. Brake drum. Move over the far side. Right, second hand one can go on here. Then the brake shoes. Brake drum. And now we'll move down the back. Second hand one here as well. Brake shoes next. And brake drum. Damn, I needed a brake drum for over this side. Not the end of the world. Alright, we're going to put a new one on here. Brake shoes. And let's pick up a brake drum. Awesome. Okay, let's lower the car down, or the Jeep down, and we'll get the pistons back in. So we'll go with this one first, since this is the one that needs the new piston rings. Now, if I was doing this job for real, I would probably put in all new pistons and definitely piston rings and compression rings. You know, compression rings and oil rings is what I would probably do. Alright, there's the head back on. Let's get the spark plugs in. There was no need to replace them, so the ones that came out of it can go back into it. Ignition wires. Oh, we need new ignition wires. Ignition wires I4C. Wires should narrow that down for us. Ignition wires I4C. Sweet. Alright. Air filter cover, oil filter cap, water pump pulley, we already picked that up. Timing chain. It's usually a belt. Very few yokes that have a chain, well, as far as I know anyway. It's normally a belt. I think chains are better. Alright, we'll get the power steering pump in here now. And if we go over this side, get this arm back on. And then we'll get the alternator in place, and then we can start putting the belts on. So here's the first belt, and here's the second. Since I just thought of it, let's get the starter on because I'll forget about that. Ignition coil, that can go back in. Fan next. Right, we're looking good, we're looking good. Crankshaft bearing cap, we haven't come to that yet. We will though. Brake problems, they're all done. Gearbox is all done. Awesome. That is fantastic. We are flying through this. Right, let's start getting the crankshaft all back together on the bottom end. So, rod cap. Crankshaft bearing cap, we'll put the new one there. So like I said, having gone this far into the job, like really stripping down the entire engine, we have been getting some great XP out of this. As it looks now, we're right on the cusp of getting our next skill point thanks to this, which is fantastic. Okay, I think that's that done. Let's get the wheels on. And what we'll do then is, once we have the wheels on, we'll lower the Jeep. We'll put oil back in the engine. And we'll take a look then. I think that'll be it. I think that'll be the job complete. Alright, so let's get the water in. Or water, do you hear me? The oil. Jesus, putting water into the engine. Jesus Christ, talk about a surefire way of wrecking the engine, especially since it's basically brand new. Alright, there she is. She's full of oil. We'll do one last check over the list. Looking good. Sweet. So we spent just shy of 3,000 on parts, and we're getting over 12.5 back for completing the order. And haha, see, there's always something. There's always something. These damn clips. I hate them. Man, I thought we had a job there where I didn't forget something. That was wishful thinking. Ta-da! And we got a skill point, which we will spend on the multimeter. Lovely. Alright, we're going to leave it there for now. Thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It makes a huge difference and means an awful lot to me, so thank you for all of your support. My name is Winters, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, take care.